So we're going to create a dream world since, let's be honest, like unless as a guy you're super famous, girls just don't hit up guys like in the example I'm about to provide. In the real world, like the vast majority of men who go out to parties, clubs, bars, straight up get ignored if they don't make the first move. So this is a hypothetical scenario. I want you guys to listen to this. Would you be okay with your long-term monogamous partner going to a nightclub, bar, or party type environment where throughout the course of the night, he's going to get approached, flirted with, and sexually pursued by numerous attractive women, some of which are more attractive than you and could potentially be a better partner than you? These women are buying him drinks, maybe getting him drunk, and enthusiastically want to sleep with him that night and steal him away from you. It also just happens to be the case that maybe you guys had an argument earlier on in the day and his single manho friends are rallying, being a bad influence, however you want to take that. Maybe they're not a huge fan of you because you've been, hanging out with him a little bit more. Would you be okay with that?
Yes.
You'd be okay with that scenario.
The thing is, I think at the end of the day, it's about trust. And if you break that trust and those boundaries that you set beforehand going into that, then it's like, no matter how long the relationship is, it's clear that that's not your person. And that's just, if they're willing to break those boundaries, then that's not really like, the person for you.
If he breaks my trust, then I don't want him, and I'm like, okay, thank you. Now it's time for the next. Like now I can like figure out what I want and what I don't want, and I'm one step closer to finding like the right person.
And then a guy will show you his true intentions if he's put in that situation. Yes. Like if you don't control him, he will show you the kind of man he is. So if he is put in that situation, you'll see the kind of man he is.
Because the thing is also there's always going to be people trying to get at you or trying to get at your boyfriend. It's about how you or they react. It's not about the other people. Like,
I agree.
It's just about your reaction. That's why I also never understand why girls will beat down other girls when their boyfriend was in the wrong in a situation like that. If the girl didn't know, of course. Yeah. I just think it's really stupid how girls blindly go fighting the other girl instead of breaking up with their boyfriend or talking to him about it. I think it's really stupid.
I agree.
Love is blind.
I'm trying to, I don't think I'm going to be able to convince you guys on this one, but I'm trying to think if there's another. So what do you guys think about if your partner was going to hang out alone with someone of the opposite sex at night, alone at their place? Any issues there?
Why are they doing it?
Why would they?
They're just friends. They're just friends. You trust. What about the trust, guys? We're talking about trust.
Did they ask if I wanted to come?
No, no, it's just a one-on-one hangout. They're friends,
I think personally, if it's a friend that I have met and that I know and that isn't just out of nowhere, has never been mentioned before, then that would be fine. I would kind of be a little bit skeptical, but that trust is still there at the end of the day. That's what relationships have, right? But if they do break the trust, like I've said before, then that's on them and that's the path that they want to take, and then it would just be time for me to move on and kind of figure out someone else who I can put my actual trust into.
I think no matter what, with all of these situations, at least that you're giving us, it's all seemingly about the opposite side. Obviously, we've all said, yeah, go ahead, do whatever. But in reality, it's no matter what, it's about control. And so from other people's perspectives, I guess, no matter what, if we don't say, yeah, you can go do whatever you want, that's looking at us like we're being controlling. And no matter what, men aren't going to like that. Unless they, want a controlling woman, if you're into that. But I don't know. I just feel like you can't really win in a situation like this because, yeah, I can go ahead and say, oh, yeah, go ahead, go have a sleepover with your girlfriend that and I don't care, but, sure, I care. I'm not saying I'm going to control you. You can do whatever you want, no matter what. They're going to do what they want to do.
You would feel a certain type of way about that.
I feel like it honestly just depends on, their friendship, because again, like you were saying, was like if I knew them and I like know they're close friends and I've met them and we have a good relationship, obviously I'd be like, go ahead.
Yeah,
like
it
I have no
depends on
issue with that. But if it's some random girl, they're like,
circumstance.
oh yeah, like we've been friends for years, but we've been dating for 7 months and I've never heard of her. No.
Yeah,
Like-
it's kind of like, where did she come from?
Yeah.
She came
Yeah.
out of nowhere.
Yeah,
What about-
it depends on the circumstances, I
Yeah.
guess.